If you've ever asked yourself why your life feels like one test after another, why just as things begin to feel stable, another challenge appears, you are not alone. Some people seem to move through life untouched by hardship, while others are shaped by it constantly, and you may wonder, why me? Why does God allow so many trials in my life? Why do I feel stretched beyond my limits? But what if these trials are not meant to break you, but to reveal you? Throughout Scripture, those God used most powerfully were often tested deeply before their purpose was fulfilled. Testing is not punishment. Testing is preparation. Gold is not refined without fire. Strength is not developed without resistance. And faith is not proven without pressure. God does not test what He does not value. When your faith is tested, it is because God sees something in you that is worth refining. Tests expose what is already inside your heart. They reveal whether your trust is rooted in comfort or anchored in God. And many of the tests you face are not visible to others. They happen in your thoughts, in your patience, in your obedience when the outcome is uncertain. You are tested in waiting, tested in disappointment, tested when prayers are delayed, tested when doing the right thing feels unrewarded. These moments feel unfair, they feel exhausting, they feel lonely, but they are shaping your spiritual endurance. Every test strengthens discernment. Every trial builds resilience. Every struggle deepens humility. God is not asking you to be perfect. He is asking you to remain faithful, and faithfulness is not proven when life is easy. It is proven when trusting God requires surrender instead of control. Some tests are meant to remove pride. Others are meant to build patience. Some teach you to let go. Others teach you to stand firm. Not every test is meant to be escaped. Some are meant to be endured, because what you learn in testing is what sustains you in blessing. Without testing, success would destroy character. Without trials, elevation would lead to collapse. So God allows the pressure to remain until your foundation is strong enough. You may feel weary right now. You may feel like you are carrying more than you can handle. But Scripture reminds us that God will not allow a test without also providing the strength to endure it. The struggle you are facing today will become the testimony you stand on tomorrow. You are not being tested because you are weak. You are being tested because you are capable of growth. And when this season passes, you will not emerge unchanged. You will emerge wiser, stronger, more grounded. So remain steady. Trust God in the trial. Lean on Him in the waiting, because the same God who allows the test is the one who will bring you through it. Sometimes the hardest part of being tested is not the pain itself, but the uncertainty. Not knowing how long this season will last. Not knowing when relief will come. Not knowing why God allows the pressure to continue when you have already given so much. And in those moments, your mind begins to question what your heart still believes. You wonder if you've misunderstood God's plan, if you've made a wrong turn, if somehow you are being tested because you failed. But hear this clearly. God does not test His people to discover their weakness. He already knows it. God tests to strengthen what is fragile and refine what is valuable. Some tests come to reveal attachments you didn't realize you had. Attachments to control, to comfort, to certainty. Other tests come to teach surrender, to remind you that faith is not trusting God only when the path is clear, but trusting Him when the path disappears entirely. There are tests that stretch your patience, days when waiting feels unbearable, when progress seems invisible, when obedience feels unrewarded. And it is there, in the waiting, that faith either deepens or fades. Many people walk away during the test because they mistake discomfort for abandonment. But discomfort is often evidence of growth. Muscles grow by being strained. Faith grows the same way. God allows the test to remain not because He is distant, but because He is close enough to guide you through it. Some tests are meant to expose fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing what little you have. Others are meant to confront pride. the belief that you must understand everything before you can trust God. But faith does not require full understanding. It requires obedience. And obedience in uncertainty is one of the highest expressions of trust. There are moments when you will feel tired of being strong, tired of being patient, tired of holding on when nothing seems to change. God sees that exhaustion. He is not asking you to pretend the test is easy. He is asking you not to quit in the middle of it, because quitting too soon would rob you of the strength this season is producing. What you are learning now will protect you later. What you are enduring now will sustain you when responsibility increases. Testing prepares you for weight. Blessing carries weight. Influence carries weight. Purpose carries weight. And without testing, that weight would crush you. So God builds endurance quietly before He allows expansion publicly. You may not feel strong right now, but strength is not the absence of struggle. Strength is continuing to trust God while the struggle remains. Every time you choose patience over panic, every time you choose prayer over resentment, every time you choose obedience over escape, you are passing the test, even when it feels like you are barely holding on. Remember this: a test does not mean God is far away. Often it means He is deeply involved. He is shaping how you respond, how you listen, how you depend on Him. And when this season finally shifts, when the pressure eases, you will recognize that you are no longer the same person who entered the test. You will be calmer, more grounded, less reactive, more discerning, because testing matures what comfort never could. So if today feels heavy, if the challenge feels unfair, if the waiting feels endless, do not lose heart. God is not breaking you. He is building you, and the same God who allows the test will be faithful to complete the work He began in you.